bad to tell you something. Turn up the sound, I don't just get down for nothing. This may get loud, but hey, it's worth discussion. Check it out, I'm always up to something. Screw what they say, no one tell me nothing. Live for today, victory is what I'm strutting. Make my way crazy, how far I've gotten.
When life brings you lemons, I got the lemonade. When life hits you where it hurts, I bring that truth and pain. I'm like that G.I. Joe, bro, I got that electric flow. Bitch, you already know, no haters, they all just let me glow. Glow. It's not even burning. Oh my gosh. Let's burn some cinnamon, baby. Okay. Anywho, y'all welcome. I'm Faye, and this is Reflections with Faye. So glad you're tuning in because y'all, do I have some amazing wisdom and shit for you. Okay. Sips up. Reflections with Faye. Let's reflect on last episode. It was a little crazy, little all over the place. I just started doing this. I'm super grateful though, because this has helped me become more aligned, be able to really dive deep within these messages to help inspire others. This is episode 3. You're not here to suffer. You're not meant to suffer. You have a purpose. Yes, do we suffer? Of course. We all suffer. We all go through trials and tribulations. We all experience different difficulties, right? You can learn from that suffering. You can grow from your suffering. You can look into this suffering to understand why you're suffering. I think a lot of us get suffering based off of who we're around, how we were raised, generational stuff, what's going on in the news, what we're looking at, what we're watching. This is not me saying that we're supposed to have a perfect life, that everything's supposed to be sunshines and rainbows, right? This is me saying that yes, we suffer. Yes, we go through trials and tribulations. Yes, we experience things that are not fucking fun. Okay. And I say that so clearly, proudly, because me, myself, and I have been through so much suffering. This is why I share this message. This is why I get on here to be like, listen, we are not meant to suffer. Because majority of my life, I suffered. I went through so many things, and within these episodes, with these reflections of Faye, I will reveal some of these experiences. One being my knee issues, and that's just like a mild suffering for me in my life. And so within these different episodes, it's sharing this wisdom, it's sharing this truth, my truth, about why I went through these sufferings and why I believe I went through these sufferings and what I did to overcome these sufferings and really look at them and understand that I don't want to fucking suffer anymore. I don't want to live in a world full of hate, full of destruction, full of sin, full of whatever you want to fucking call it. I don't want to live in turmoil and believe that I'm just meant to suffer my entire life. For so long, I would question others, individuals, authorities, just people in general, and want them to help me, save me, really guide me. But it wasn't until that I started looking within myself, talking to, source itself, God itself, the universe itself, when things actually started to like really transform my life, change, where I started to see a deeper truth, where I started to, look at things differently, transform my mindset, and just really get tired of my own bullshit. Because at the end of the day, what suffering is really looking at your own bullshit, looking at what is causing this suffering, and not allowing you to believe that you will continue to suffer and you can change your reality. You can make life better for yourself, right? You don't have necessarily somebody always controlling you. Now, yes, we live in a world where things aren't always, you know, within our control, but there's a way to go about that as well too, right? It's having patience. It's trusting that there's a higher, you know, a higher source, you know, that's not limited, that is working within our favor, and believing in that. Whether it's, you know, believing, you know, and this is where it can get a little bit tricky, because there's so much information out there that's telling you to do certain things. And this is where you got to be careful too, because whatever works for you works for you. Whatever helps you helps you. Not every individual, everything, every tool, every resource will help everybody. And that's understanding, you know, the different aspects of you and how you function and how things work for you. Because we all go through maybe very similar sufferings, but it's certain tools that work for certain people and certain tools that don't work for other people, right? So it's understanding that aspect of life too. Like you could, you know, like for me, I was going through so many knee issues, right? But it wasn't until that I had to really understand that there's something more. It wasn't just physical therapy. It wasn't acupuncture. It wasn't these certain things that I was already using that was actually helping, aiding it. It was this injection, this medicine that I needed to get in my knee that actually helped me. That actually helped me be able to, like, you know, feel less pain, no pain type vibe. So it's that kind of thing where it's like looking at certain medications, right? You may need those medications to help aid in your growth. And there's some people that may not need those medications. You may be able to do all holistic, all vegan, or all meat diet. You know, it's looking at those things and realizing not everybody's the same. Just because you are the same skin color doesn't mean you're the same. Just because you're the same religion doesn't mean you believe in the same things. It's all over the spectrum, y'all. Just saying. I actually believe, right? So it's like, with all of this, working on ourselves, working on understanding why we're here, our purpose, what is life all about, what is God's source, the universe trying to tell us. These last few weeks, you know, I've been doing a lot of shadow work. I've been, you know, really reflecting on just my overall life in general. And this is something that I do normally. What are these signs and synchronicities? I've had to question it. Like, why do I go through this? Why do I experience this? Like, I don't believe, like, I should have to suffer. Trying to go back to school, trying to make money, trying to find a job, trying to do all these things to just be stable, to just have those basic needs, whether it's eat, whether it's being able to brush your teeth, being able to, you know, have that simple cup of coffee, right? Finding the gratitude within all of these things, but being able to also have all these things, right? Because we can look in a window on social media and other people's lives, however you want to look, right? And see them living a certain way, see them experiencing certain things, whether it's suffering or whether it's, you know, joyous abundance, right? And so it's a projection, right? We're projecting out and we're seeing these things. And what a lot of people don't realize is our words are powerful. We're all energetically connected. And if we believe in these projections, whether it's people projecting onto us or we projecting onto other people, it's something that is actually manifesting within the physical. And it's super powerful and super crazy. I know, right? I'm just like let me like chill for a minute and not project or believe or let me be careful and let me be more mindful of how I see things and what I believe in, and really how it's, you know, manifesting within my life, right? So it's like knowing that everything is working out for me, even if there's certain suffering, certain trials, right? Like for a while, I was dealing with knee issues. This last week, I finally got in to see my doctor and was able to get some knee injections. And it's like, it's such a miracle. And I believe miracles happen every day. Even like, that's the one thing is that faith, is that trust within the universe, within God, with source, right? That energy within ourselves, because we're co-creators and we are here to make life abundant, right? And sometimes we have to go through these trials to really understand why life is so amazing, why life is actually so great, and there's beauty all around us. You know, going through this experience with my knees and having issues and not being able to walk properly, work out properly, and just do things that, you know, normally you can do. It's like walking upstairs, right? You don't necessarily think about the fact that, oh, I have to walk up these stairs, right? If you have two legs and you're healthy, quote unquote, right? So where it's like it doesn't bother you to walk upstairs, you don't really think about the fact that, oh, I have to walk up these stairs. But when you have knee pain, or when you don't have a leg, you know, when you don't have these certain when you have these certain issues, you kind of overthink it, right? It's that challenge, it's that suffering within that, to where it's like it weighs a lot on you. And so for me, I was dealing with, you know, this knee pain, this strain. So I have a strain, arthritis, a cyst, especially more in the left knee. And it was just weighing so much on me. It was a lot of suffering, it was a lot of struggle, it was a lot of strife. Yet when I got this knee injection, it was like all of that went away. It like that day was a little all over the place. It was a little crazy. But now, since then, I feel like I can just like go out and run a marathon, even though I know I can't. Eventually, that's a goal, right? It's more so that I don't feel any more pain. I don't feel any more suffering. I'm able to walk normally. I'm able to be able to do things and not really necessarily overthink about it. Yeah, there's still some fear within the knee, because it's like it's new, it's fresh, right? But at the same time, I'm not suffering like I used to. I went through all that. It allowed me to, you know, trust the process and find gratitude within my suffering and overcome that, and also teach me patience, because I've been having these knee issues for almost a whole year. And finally got the MRI, finally got my injections, and, you know, because I was going to physical therapy, I was doing all these other things, right? But I knew there was something more that I needed to do. So it's that kind of looking at that, right? Looking at that suffering, looking at that struggle, and learning from it. Learning from it. Understanding why you went through that. And just having gratitude, because it just makes you so much stronger. It makes me want to, you know, now go and work out harder and just, you know, find joy within the fact that I overcame that. And it was believing and trusting in the process, having faith, knowing that the universe is working with me, and not, yeah, there was doubts. There was certain things where I wanted to just sit and cry and give up and not do anything. But that's the thing. When you give up, when you stop believing, stop trusting, then you're just gonna, you know, go down the darker path and things aren't gonna work out for you. But it's finding that strength within all that to know that there's something higher than ourselves, because remember, we're co-creators. We're limited to an extent, right? And this is where it's like putting your trust and faith in a higher power, right? Whether it's God, whether it's Jesus, whether it's Buddha, whatever you believe in. But hopefully it's divine, hopefully it's holy, hopefully it's something that you truly know that's going to make life better for you and everybody else, right? Right, exactly. Because we all suffer, we all go through these things, and we can look at these experiences, these issues, and really trust that it's not just us that is, well, this is my little Superman necklace, right? It's not just us that is, you know, making everything happen. It's something beyond us, within us, all around us. And we're all connected for a reason. And we can work together within this world, within our life, within our suffering, to transmute that, to heal that, to understand it, to cleanse it, to shed it. You know, this is why I be using my cinnamon sticks, because cinnamon is about abundance. It's about, you know, cleansing. It's about, you know, releasing stuff, right? And with Reflections with Fae, it's sharing my experience, sharing, you know, certain sufferings that I've been to reflect with you, to help you, inspire you to look at your suffering, look at the things that you go through, and know that everything happens for a reason, to better yourself, to help you transform, to help you change, to help you thrive. Because like I said in the beginning, God didn't send us here to suffer. We don't have to always suffer. We don't have to believe that we are nothing. We are not worthy. We are not powerful. If you believe that, be all means, but don't come in somebody else's lane and tell them, project onto them and say that they're wrong, they're this, yada, 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 because it's just going to bounce back on you, baby. You're just going to get the hit. You're the one who needs to check yourself. But you get the point, right? You understand that we are here to be abundant. We are already abundant. We just have to remind ourselves of that. We come into this life, society, and we have to go through things, experiences, to understand that, you know, life is gonna life, no matter what. You know, we can either focus on the suffering, the negative, the projections of others, or we can focus on the inspiration, the beauty, the gratitude within the storm. Because when life gives you lemons, I got that lemonade. When life hits you where it hurts, I bring that truth and pain. Unlike the G.I. Joe, bro, I got the electric flow. Bitch, you already know. No haters, I'll just let my glow. 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 Y'all, I'm Fae, and this is Reflections with Fae. Check out my new music, Heyoka shit, No Limits, Revelations 11:11. Available on all streaming platforms, okay? Please like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel if you really, you know, resonate with something or just want to continue to watch these episodes. This is episode 333, baby. We're not meant to suffer. We can live with intention. We can live with purpose. We can really, truly, you know, just know that we're already blessed and everything works out in our favor, no matter what we're going through. But with that, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all have a beautiful, abundant, magical fucking day, because y'all, every day is magical. Every day is a celebration. Every day is heaven on earth. Mwah.